I I want to try the Easter event, and I also want to like maybe film a video. Alright, so I got a new trinket. And I want to make a video, like a top 10 videos, but I don't know if it's worth it. I was thinking about making like top 10 scary movie recommendation, for example, is something that I imagined. Oh, I see someone is talking. First, perhaps, hi Ara, how are you? Driving means to distract. I don't know if I can distract. Should I? Can someone else distract? Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a top 10 video, and I'm wondering if I want to do like top 10, like my scary movie recommendations, for example. Or maybe for Beast Mode, because I play this game a lot. Ow. Ow. I'm being followed. Oh, yeah, I know. Okay. I know that I jumped into it. Okay. I guess maybe I'm the distraction. What is this? Oh, I got a basket of eggs. I guess that's the Easter event. Oh, I keep thinking I'm seeing a monster. I forgot, how do you activate the trinkets? How do you activate the trinkets? I forgot. Wow, there's like I think I shouldn't have done that. Okay. I'm wondering. Oh. Oh, I don't know. I forgot. Ah. Oh. I really wish they stopped following me. No. Where is everyone? Did everyone die? Like, I don't know. How? Did everyone die? Like, what happened? Did everyone die? Why is no one doing the machines? Oh, they're doing them, but like they're following me all the time. Oh. Why me? Why me? Why me? Why me? Why was I the, like, I feel like the monsters were chasing me non-stop. They're like chasing me non-stop. From the beginning. That was very annoying. So what do you do with the basket of eggs? What can you buy with them? I don't understand. I don't know, what do you do with these basket of eggs? Or whatever it is, flowers? What do you do with the eggs? I don't know. All right. Can I not drive? I'm not driving. I don't wanna drive. Washing eggs? What does that mean? Washing eggs. There's Russian people here. I know what that means. Cassette. They want the cassette. Alright. And they're following me. I don't know what. I guess I'm the driving. Ow. Oh. Oh, stop. I really want them to stop chasing me. I don't want to look behind. Oh. How is it still following me so long? All right. Where? Okay. So there's like this egg creature now. Where is space? What is space? Maybe if I follow others it would be easier. Can anyone tell me what the basket of eggs do? Because I don't know. What is this thing? Oh. Didn't know that they look green. Why is it still following me? I'm doing this on purpose because I'm kind of sick. I didn't ever ask to be the distraction. I never wanted to be the distraction. All right. Did someone die? I don't know Russian. I don't know what they're saying. But they said something about me. Something about capsules. And no. Okay, but like, what do you want me to do? Ow. Yeah. Why they want me to die? Okay. I'm... Oh. Wow. That was interesting. They wanted me to die, so I died. Why are there so many Russians? I don't know this game fully, so I don't understand the, like, why do people get this mad at this game. Like, they want to extract faster, is that it? Like I'm slowing them down because I'm extracting. Or because I'm leading monsters into them because I am being chased. Like what does Tisha... Like is Tisha supposed to be a distraction? Is that their role? Like what is the role? What am I supposed to do? That's what I'm misunderstanding. Because I didn't say I was gonna be a distraction. So I don't know. What is like the expectation? What is this role? Maybe I should watch a video. Yeah, I should probably like watch a video on what Tisha does exactly. Can I come? What is a Bassi hunt? I don't know what is a Bassi hunt. Duo? What is this form? What does that do? Alright. I think maybe the Easter event doesn't seem very interesting. Like, what's the point of the eggs? And I don't know, it doesn't... I thought it would be a little bit more interesting, but it seems like we're playing the same game. Nothing really changed with the eggs. Like, what do the eggs... Why do the eggs matter? Like, oh, you can buy extra stuff with the eggs. Buy skins, skins, Zoom license. Who is Bassi? Oh, they're like super powerful, I guess. But you need a lot of basket. Yeah, I see. This tool hits a machine with his cane when he first extracts from it, granting 10% completion. This tool places a gust for 10. Anytime that walks into the gust receives a movement speed, forfeits. Yeah, so there's the basket extra stuff. Extra like boosts, different characters. I understand. Alright. I kind of want to do one more game before I do something else. But I don't know if I'll find people to play with. ABC for normal run. Normal run, ABC. Exon's trinket. Okay, so we got 3 people. Can you drive? I'm looking for a pro team. I think I'm bored. I'm gonna do something else. But it's a fun game. I've played it a lot, this game. I've played it a lot, but I want to do something else right now. Because I was planning to do something else. I just want to see if... Why is this so loud? Sorry about this being so loud. I don't know why it became so loud. The music was very loud by accident. Okay, I'm gonna do something else now. Okay. I'm gonna do something else now. All right. So I was thinking about doing top 10 videos and like giving my thoughts on movie recommendations and Beast Moon characters, and I'll post them as separate videos and do a stream while I'm like doing it so that I can multitask. What is this line here? I don't know. Okay. All right. So yeah. Top 10. Okay, maybe I could do... I'll do top 10 Beast Moon forms first. Because I know a lot about that. And I'll also do... maybe... how do I say it? Top 10 scary movies or top 10 thrillers? And I don't know how to describe it. Okay. So I have this album where I've put posters of my favorite movies in general, and there's a lot, and I have to choose 10 from them to make a list. And I have to figure out how to call the list, like what to name it that would fit the movies. I'm gonna do the forms, the Beast Moon forms first. Game capture, where is it? Alright, so top 10 beast boom forms that I guess maybe it could be. What would I call it? Best? No, weirdest. Maybe weirdest beast boom forms. Yeah, because I want to make the list personal and special. Like, I don't want it to be best because that's boring, and I don't want it to be something else. So maybe I could say weirdest beast boom forms. So if I were to make that, it would start like unique, maybe unique, most unique beastmon forms. Okay, it will be most unique beastmon forms. I don't know if they're saying, not me thinking they're talking to me. Okay, okay, most unique beastmon forms. The first, let's start from number 10. Okay. Hello everyone. This is this is a video that will show you what I think are the weirdest beastmon forms, or the most unique ones, the ones that have the strangest playstyle or the most unusual spells. And number 10 would be, now I'm thinking, I guess let's start from Life Croc. Life Croc has the ability to give his friends heals, and this is something that only he can do. He's usually not very useful in most situations, however, he does have a unique way of playing, and he has a 150 hit, which means he can take out an enemy in a decently fast way. He has no way of reviving other than giving his friends heals, which is very expensive, but it's also a unique idea, which I like. He also has another unique part about him, which is that his detonate adds plus 50 if you have a blade. And I think they changed this, which is really annoying, but before this was plus 50%, which meant that if you put a dot, if someone has a dot, it would double it. But now it's plus 50, so it's not really that strong, but it's decent. Life Croc is usually regarded as one of the most weak forms, so that's why he's at number 10. Okay, number 9 is okay, number 9, I'd say maybe Death Colossus. Death Colossus is a strong form, like he's not very weak, but he's not very strong actually. His most unique part is his afterlife, and that's a really strong spell if you can get a blade on that. If you get a blade, this does incredible value because you hit all enemies and you drain from them at the same time. Alright. He also has a 150 hit, he can counter blades a lot. and he can steal them, he can boost from them, and clear them. And he also has a very big weakness spell. Disinfection is very useless in most situations, but if you're against Life Grog, I guess it could be useful, although that happens very rarely. Okay. Number 8. Number 8 for the most unique Beast Moon form. Maybe Death Cyclops. He is unique because he also has an afterlife, but this time it's a dot and it's a positive afterlife that you put on your friend. He has his other unique part is that he has no big way of dealing damage on the first turn, but he can weakness. And a fun thing about him is that most people expect you to not be very strong when they see a Death Cyclops, like they don't expect you to be good at the game. So you can surprise people when you play it. And also he's usually the last one that is left alive. So if you are in a long fight, you will have a very long time to live, and he can live for a very long time. That's the best part about him. Although if he's against fast forms, he's weak. Hi Super Gamer, yes, we can play Beastbone. I'm doing a top 10 video. We're at number 7 for most unique Beast Moon form. Okay, number 7 for most unique Beast Moon form is Mythcroc. Mythcroc is, I guess I'm counting the list based on not just if it's unique, but if it's useful. And Mythcroc is a bit more useful in my opinion compared to Death Cyclops, Life Croc, and others. Mythcroc's unique part is his minion. His minion can afterlife. And afterlife infinitely on the caster. So that means if you've summoned the minion and it lives one turn, you will never die as long as the minion is on the field. Which can be very useful and also unexpected for players who don't know how it works. Another unique thing is that if you use the minion while it's already summoned, you can get plus 50 damage and chance, which is good because most minions don't have a use after they are summoned once. So this card has a double use. Okay, and another thing is that he has this 1-pip spell that does a very big trap, but it stuns himself. So you can combo that with the minion in the sense that if you were going to be killed and the minion is gonna revive you, you could put the 150 trap and get killed, and then when you are revived, you are no longer stunned because you are dead. So it's like, it doesn't matter that you stun yourself, because once you've been killed and then revived from your minion, the stun goes away, and you can use this immediately after you revive. So that's a unique, it's like a unique play style, which I like a lot. Another thing is that he has this extremely stupid but funny shield that he can only cast on other people but not on himself. So that's unique in the sense that it's kind of weird, but it's not really that useful, I'd say. Alright, 1 second. And what else is unique? He also has, oh yeah, he has a very big way to boost from people using the taunt spell. So none of the other farms right now have a strong way to boost from taunt other than Mifkrok. All the other farms, like the only other farm that can boost from a taunt is Myth Fairy, and her boost is it's never useful because she has much better moves and she usually dies very early. So Mifkrok is the best one that can directly counter taunt. Fun fact, I used to think that Mifkrok was weak, like very weak, and not just weak, he is not very strong. But I used to think he was very boring. I didn't see like... I just thought he has a minion that makes him immortal and that's it. But like, you can play around that to make it interesting. So, that's why he's in the top 10. Okay, number 6 for uniqueness. I'm thinking, like, what's unique right now? Number 6 for uniqueness is Balance Rat. So Balance Rat, he is not very strong in Hunt, but in Mayhem he can be useful, very useful. He has a lot of variety, low damage but a lot of variety, which I like. One cool combo that you can do with the Balance Rat is that if someone has a blade, you can do it on yourself with this, but you can also do it on someone else. And they will get basically 4 or 5, actually 5 pips. You'll get 5 pips in one turn with this spell. So that's extremely powerful. Extremely powerful in the sense that if you wanna do big combos with giant spells over and over that are high cost, Balance Rat is the best one for this. Another thing is that he can stun for 0 with this card if the enemy has a blade or a weakness. So that can be a clever, weird way to stun. And you can make it yourself or your friend can do it. So that's useful as well. And this is also a good card. You're simultaneously defending and boosting your friends. Yeah, when you can do the weakness and then give yourself pips and then do the AoE. So that's a good combo. It's unique. It's not very like fast strong, but it's a cool way to combine your cards and do something. Like, he has multiple ways. Also, he has this infection, which is like most people can't remove an infection. So once he puts this, he can use the stun and the enemy can't remove the negative charm easily, which means he can do this without doubting that it's gonna stun. Okay. And yeah, he can swap and give blades. He can do this. Like, he's a unique form. Alright, now number 5 for most unique form. maybe balance Coloss, balance Cyclops, balance Cyclops. Balance Cyclops is very unique because he was the first form that had this global spell, which means that he can double everyone's pips every turn, double pip gain, enemy and friends. And this is extremely useful but also risky. The only other form that can do this is Balance Pig, but Balance Pig is more generic compared to Balance Cyclops because Balance Pig has 200 hits, which means in most situations it's gonna do a 200 hit as a move, and that's very generic because most people do that. But Balance Cyclops, he can shield and blade at the first turn, which is 125 value in total for 0 pips. Plus, it's protected, the shield, which means it's even higher than 125. However, he pays for all this utility by not being able to do more than 75 damage on the first turn. He can also give pips, and he can clear dots, he can stun, he can do a relatively cheap AoE and a very, very, very big shield. This is his most useless spell. He is definitely a unique form that plays in a way that most other forms don't, yet he can still be useful. And he can be good in Mayhem too. Balance Cyclops. Alright, now after this, for most unique form, number 4. Alright, number 4 is thinking. Number 4 for most unique form. Alright, Storm Pig. Storm Pig is unique because it's the only storm form that can revive someone, which means when you are a storm, no one expects you to revive. And Storm Pig is the only one that can revive a dead player and hit hard at the same time, 200. And this heal is actually not that bad. I know it looks weak, but think about it. You're doing 50 and then a 50 heal over 10. That means the person gets 100 for sure. And if they live longer, they could even get like 250. Yeah, kind of, yeah, 250. They can even get 250 health from a 2-pip spell as a storm. So that's a lot of health, especially for a form that's not like a small form. And he has a 200 hit. He can combo with his weaknesses very well. He has 2 ways of comboing alone. This gets a blade if there's a negative charm, and this gets a weakness, and this also gets a weakness. He can also heal himself and hit at the same time with this. He has a great blade, and he has this random spell that no one else has, which is Dispel Weakness or Infection. This is probably his least useful spell, and he can also stun if hot. So he's definitely a very unique form. I don't know, I would put him like, it's hard to quantify which one is most unique, but he's in this list because he's very unique. Top 4. Alright, now the third most unique form. The third most unique form, I'd say, is Balance Self. Balance Self is extremely, extremely powerful and unique at the same time. Balance Self has this spell, which is extremely strong. It can give a damage aura and plus 2 pips, which means this is it can make anyone you use it on a super strong AoE hitter. And no other farm can do this, in the sense that no other farm can simultaneously give so many pips and so much damage in the same turn. And also he has a decent amount of health, like it's for what he can do. He can do 250, that's really strong, of course. He also has a detonate, but that usually he can activate it by himself with this. He can weakness. He can this is a really good spell. It also has a, if you use it on yourself and you have a lot of time to live, it can be very high value as well, but on someone else, it's usually the best. And he's the only form that can steal pips, which makes it, he can't be countered very easily, in the sense that his damage boost is not a blade, so most forms can't remove this unless they have an aura. And the only auras are like Storm Cyclops. Negative. Also aura balance spec, but that's, yeah. Anyway, Steel Pip is very unique. He can also extend dots, and he has a gigantic dot that he can use on the first turn. He's really cool in what I really like about Balance Self, which is crazy, by the way, is that he has so many good options to do on the first turn. He has so many good options. Yeah, that's a glitch. Anyway, he has so many good things he can do on the first turn, which means you're rarely deck failing, and you have a lot of options based on your situation. So like, he can do a 250, he can give this, he can do a giant, extremely giant dot on the first turn as well, and he can also do these 125 hits, he can steal pips. His weakness is also decent for being able to hit at the same time. So yeah, Balance Self is insanely strong and unique at the same time, because no other form has so much power and uniqueness at the same time. Okay, second place for uniqueness is Dev Draconian. Dev Draconian is one of the most unique farms, because he has this spell, which is insane. It's completely insane. No other spell like this exists in the normal game that players can use. He can clog the enemy's deck with useless heal overtimes, which can't be discarded, and then he can leverage the heal overtimes with discard, which means he can make it so he can make the enemy unable to use their best spells, and maybe even force them to use this, and then he can get extra damage from that, which is powerful if you can do it, but it's not reliable, but it's unique. It's very unique, it's very special, like, and very cool, because, you know, in the sense that it's a crazy way to play. You know, make the enemy heal themselves, like force them, and then take advantage of that. You can also use this, but this is not very good in most situations. Also, he has this spell, which is not unique in what it does, but the name Terminal Illness is an extremely seriously horrible and scary name that you wouldn't expect to see on a spell, and that's why I also think it's very unique. Like, you know, Terminal Illness, that's such a seriously horrible thing, and it's called like that. I like it because it makes the form feel very menacing, even though the spell is not very useful in most situations. He's also the only form that has Lady Black Hope as a damage spell, which means that this is really cool because this doesn't exist as a damage spell outside of the game for death. It's a balance spell, a treasure card that no one uses. Also, another unique thing you can do with Dev Draconian is that if he gets a blade, this card is amazing. He can steal blades and weakness at the same time, so he's like one of the best forms to steal blades. Because this spell is useful even if you don't steal a blade, but if you steal a blade, it's even better. And he has this drain, which he can combine with his trap and get even more health back. That's very fun and useful. And also he has this big giant damage over time that he can use against large ice forms if he needs a lot of damage. And he has a way to detonate it if he has a shield, which is extremely rare, but it is unique. And another thing is that when you use this spell is useful against mayhem mobs too, and that's really interesting because it's very high chance of working when you use it against a mayhem mob, like anyone, like a boss or the crab. This will force them to heal, and it's like a high chance, like a mantle, like 50%. And when you use it once, the enemy can start healing non-stop, which means they aren't damaging you. It's like they're stunned, plus they're boosting your own damage, because every time they heal, you can either make them get more damage or steal it and do more damage. So it's as if you are simultaneously stunning them for 0, like mantle for 0, but you're also getting damage and it's for 0. And it's a high chance that it's gonna happen. And it can't be stopped with a stun block or anything, like it can't be stopped. The only weakness is that this is not foolproof, like it might not happen, and you can't rely on it because it doesn't always happen. But once it happens, it's so good and so amazing, like it's so weird and strong at the same time. So yeah, Dev Draconian is one of my favorite forms. He has so many fun ways to play, and he's also amazing at soloing in Mayhem. If you need a form to solo monsters alone, Dev Draconian might be the best form to solo because he has the highest chance of surviving due to this spell. When he uses this, if it happens, you've basically made the enemy useless and they can never kill you. And he can drain, which means he gets more health than he has, and hit at the same time. So this is basically 200 value for 2 pips. And with this, it's like you're doing 300 value for 2 pips because you can do your own trap. And with the blades, you can steal giant blades for 0. So like you're stealing on 150 blade, and you're getting a very high value for 0 pips. The weaknesses are just that he can't do high damage on the first turn. He can only do 100, which means he can get killed very fast by elves. Yeah, if you're a Dev Draconian, I recommend buying the weakness. That's your best card. That's the best card. That's the best thing you can do. And the drain. Those are the ones that in Hunt. But if you're playing Mayhem, then maybe you should get the Seraph or the Trap or Needful Things for Mayhem, because Needful Things is very useful in Mayhem, but not in Hunt. Like, it can be okay in Hunt, but not. You should use the weakness in Hunt and this in Mayhem. Alright. So now the number one most unique form, I'd say that is Myth Colossus. Because he is the only form that truly depends. Not truly, but he is the only form that really combos with minions. And minions are one of my favorite things in the game. I think they're very interesting. And what's most unique about this is that his minion can summon another minion, and that minion will do a gigantic AoE on the second turn or the third, and it's an egg. And another very strange and unique thing is that even if the Myth Colossus dies, the egg will stay. Unlike any other minion in the game that is casted by a player, the egg will stay, which is very, very, very strange and very strong at the same time. Plus, another unique thing about him is that most of the time he doesn't rely on outright damage. He uses traps and for most of his damage, or a damage over time, which means that he never usually does direct damage, which I like because no other form relies on like outside of damage things to do damage. Like it's not direct, which I like because it's a more interesting way to play than most other forms. And the minion combo, you can give pips to your minion, and your minion is actually very, very useful. The minion can do shields and traps, and it can also summon the egg, which hits. So your minion can do 3 different, very useful things. And the other minions usually only do 2 things or 1. So the Myth Colossus minion can do the most useful things out of any other minion, and he can combo with it very well in different ways. He can play from his minion. One way is he can give the minion pips. He can also afterlife the minion, which means he'll get shields if he wants to really stall or he has no other choice. He can afterlife the minion, and since the egg will self-destruct, it's a guaranteed afterlife. Another thing is that he can taunt if he already has a minion, so that's also unique. He can steal shields and he can push them to his friends or his minion. Or if he already has a shield from his minion, he can push it on a friend. So that means he just has a lot of ways to manipulate shields and minion and play from his minion. And of course he has this super extremely strong AoE that is just insane. And when he just has to summon his minion and hit at the same time. By the way, yeah, he's the only form that can hit and summon a minion at the same time, so that means he's unique in that way as well. And he can just do this twice and do the AoE, which is in like super strong, and it also gets double damage if you have a blade, because it will do the blade will boost the damage and the damage over time separately, which means it's like it becomes double buffed from a blade. And Myth Colossus is, I put him at the top for most unique because of all of what I said, but also because he's the form that I've had the most kills on in a hunt match, in a single hunt match. So he's extremely powerful and unique because he is unexpected. People don't expect, like, he plays in a weird way and he's strong at the same time. The dot also gets triggered if the AoE is being casted the round the minion is killed. The dot? Oh yeah, that's also very strong. So even if they kill the minion on the same turn that you're doing the AoE, that's very strong. But it makes, like, other minions also do that. The Myth Draconian minion, stun, you can stun even if your minion is killed. But yeah. So that's, yeah, I think he is the #1 most unique form, Myth Colossus. The second most unique form is Dev Draconian. The third one is Balance Elf. Honorable mentions, which are also unique, but I couldn't put them on the list because it would be too long. There's so many unique forms in Beastmoon, but other unique forms are Balance Colossus. Because of his deferred damage over time, he can really, like, he's the only form that has these bombs, which are delayed damage. He's the only form that has that. And he also has a 150. He has no way to defend, which I don't like. That's why Myth Colossus is at the top for most unique, because he has a way to make shields and give shields to his friends, while this one can only do damage. He can't really defend his friends. But that doesn't mean he's not unique. He's just not in the list. The bombs are very unique, and he really depends on them for damage most of the time, which makes his playstyle unusual compared to every other form that usually depends on doing a 150 or a 200. He can do this spell and then detonate, and that does 300, which is very, 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 very big, but you need to wait a turn, which makes sense because he has a lot of health. And also he can kill almost anyone by doing this and then this. He also has this spell, which is not bad. Yeah, Balance Colossus is an honorable mention. I don't think he's as unique as Life Croc, because this spell, I think, well, Life Croc is definitely much weaker compared to a Balance Colossus, but Life Croc, giving heals to your friends, it seems like a much more unique idea compared to deferred damage over time, although I love it. Another honorable mention is Life Colossus. I don't know what happened just now. Oh, I got outside. Okay, another honorable mention is Life Colossus, because he's the only form that has Dark Protector, which is a spell that can defend anyone from anything by transferring damage to yourself instead of your friends. And there's no way to counter it other than killing the Life Colossus very fast or doing an AoE. So he's the only form that has it. So he's honorable mention, but that's the only unique part. It's very unique, but it's one spell. So that's why I didn't put him on the list. I mean, it's really good, but it's not that unique. I like it though. I love it. Another unique form I'd say is Storm Minotaur, because he can give hits to his friends. That's very unique. And what other? There's also Balance Minotaur, which is the only form that can summon 7 different minions, which is also super unique. It's one spell though. And another honorable mention that what could be, oh yeah, and Balance Draconian is a unique form because the minion is very, very, very strong, and it looks very cool. I know it's not exactly a unique thing, but it is interesting because minions are always charming to me. I always love to see a strong minion because it's just fun. It's just interesting to summon a minion in general. That's what I think. What other form could be unique? Could be considered unique, as in playstyle. I'm not saying these are unique because they have a 200, which means that's a lot of the forms do a 200 hit. So I don't count that as a unique playstyle if you can do this in almost all situations. In most situations. I know you're doing a pacify too, but like, you know. Also, what other form? Deathcroc is unique in the sense that he can heal at any time. And he has this really good drain. He can hit himself very, very hard and kill someone with this. So he's definitely one of the most fun forms, but not that unique because he has 200, 250 and 200, and that's gonna be his best move in most situations, which means he plays very similar compared to most other forms, and that's why I don't put him in the like most unique list. Yeah, Unself is unique even though it has a 250 because it has this spell, which is I think even better or equal to this, and it just has so many unique things it can do. Life Elf can be unique because this spell is bugged and it gives 3 pips per turn, so that's fun if you combo with someone. And yes, I don't think stuns and like these spells are not unique because, you know, stuns are used by a lot of players. That's not a very, it's not a unique way to play. It's not, it's strong, it's meta, but it's not like a weird way to play. And yeah, maybe I'd say Ice Fairy is a unique one because she gets a massive boost from minions. She has this pacify and she's the first form to have it. And she has a gigantic shield. She can give pips. Like, she has variety and she can clear traps and blades and stun if blades. So she is an honorable mention as well. She is unique. And oh, maybe I could, yeah, there's just so many amazing forms in the game that are also interesting. I like Ice Wolf as well because he can get extremely powerful from a minion, and if he is able to live, he can really outlast for a long time from these 0 pip shields. But it's hard to find a use for him. He's not terrible. Yeah. This guy, his Higgs pip shield is unique, but it's still a shield. It's not like it's still a shield. It's not as unique compared to stealing a pip. That's more strange in my opinion. And of course, Myth Colossus that can summon a minion that summons another minion, and relies on traps instead of outright damage. And all of that. Yeah. I know I spoke a lot. Okay, so this is the end. I'm gonna try to edit this later as a YouTube video, and I'll probably cut out my rambling at the end and just put the top 10 list, so it isn't I don't want it to be too long, I guess. I'll try to make it more synthesized and less repeating the same sentence, or you know, I'll try to make it a bit shorter for YouTube. All right. I could. Yeah, those are what I think are the most unique forms. So far, we have two more forms left to see. Yeah, I put Death Cyclops over Balance Colossus because Balance Colossus does have a 150 hit, which means he has a way to deal, he has a normal way to deal damage, which means Death Cyclops plays more weirdly because it doesn't rely on that high damage first turn most of the time. And I think that makes him more special. Plus the negative, like the positive afterlife makes him also unique. Alright. Now I'm wondering what other thing to do. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do an edit. Also, maybe I could do, yeah, maybe I could do for movies now while doing a match. I could do a match and do a list for my favorite, like my top 10, maybe top 10 anime or top 10 thriller. I don't know which one. Or I could do top 10 games. No, I think top 10 movies, top 10 scary movies. Maybe that would be the best. Top 10 scary thrillers. Scary movie thrillers. Because thriller is... it's not a word that most people use or understand, but it's the most, like, a good one. What's my number one? I don't know what it is. What do you think is my favorite? Smile too? I mean, I would say it's definitely very high. I'm not gonna say like scariest. If I were to say scariest, maybe Smile too, but I want to say like most pleasant. I don't know. I'm thinking. I really like the movie Fall because of the fear of heights. You know, there's like these two girls that climb a tower, and I think that was made in such a exciting way. Like it felt very real. I really want to watch Drop, but I can't find it online, and I'm not sure it's on the cinema. I really want to watch. Did you watch it? Did you watch Drop? We could also play Infinite Craft. We could play Infinite Craft. Okay, let's do a top 10 movie list. All right. Number top 10. I don't know, should I do that? I don't know if anyone, I don't know if people care. That's one reason why I didn't do that, because I thought no one really cares about my opinion. Like, would anyone really care about my list? Should I waste my time like making a whole video? Because my taste is really, my taste in movies isn't very, you know, popular. Like in general, I don't have a popular taste in things. I'm more confident about B-Spawn because I know the forms in the most detail. So I can like confidently say what I think is most unique. But for movies, like it's more different. I don't know if I have an audience, if anyone would like care about me making that kind of video. But yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe I could put them on, I could put the posters on the screen. Hello, Strawberry Jam, how are you? I'm wondering what kind of movie, what kind of top 10 video to do. I was thinking about movies. A super gamer, what do you think is the most unique farm in Beastbone? Or like the top 3 most unique farms? Oh, okay, I'll flee. I'll flee. I'll flee. 2v2. Oh wait, we have one missing player. Okay, I'm gonna go solo. I'm gonna go solo. I can do it. Okay, I'm gonna try soloing. What should I play when I try to solo? Maybe, what could I do? Of Mythgrok, maybe? Or what? Ugh, let's be a storm. I don't know, Storm Minotaur. No. Should I be a storm? Yeah, I'm gonna be a Storm Minotaur. And try to solo. I'm gonna try to solo. I wish I was a deaf. Okay. I'm almost unique. Oh, you think it's Balance Colossus? It is unique. It is very, very unique. But I wouldn't say it's the most unique. Or I would put it on the list, but like I find it fun. I don't like that it has no defensive spells for friends. That's why I put Life Croc and all the others, because they have ways to defend, to save their friend's life, while Bounce Colossus only does damage. Yeah, but I'm saying like unique as in a combination of all their spells. Like, if you are a Balanced Colossus, you are more limited because you can't defend. You can't protect your friends. But there are many forms that also can't do that. Like, Fire Fairy can't protect her friends, like Pig can't protect their friends, and who else? Let's think. Who else can't protect their friends? Like, has no heal or shield or anything. Death Fairy. No, she can steal. She can steal, so that's one way. But who else can't? I guess Fire Fairy can't for sure. And also, I said someone else and I forgot. Who did I say? I said Fire Fairy and someone else. And Myth Pig. Yeah, and Fire Pig. Fire Pig also can't protect their friends. So like, not being able to protect your friends does not make you unique. It makes you unique if you can do many different things and also have something unique. While Bounce Colossus, he has something that makes him unique, but he doesn't have any other option. He only has the option to do damage in one way or another. He has no way to defend. While Myth Colossus has ways to steal shields and give them to his friends, and also taunt and trap and the minion thing. So that means he has a larger variety of things to do, plus a more unique way to play. Because, you know, Balance Colossus is fun, but he just has no way to do defense. I really like Balance. Oh, Balance Croc. I just read Balance Croc. Balance Croc, he has the 200 hit, which is his best move most of the time, so that's kind of boring. And Kai, I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad you're okay, Strawberry Jam. Balance Croc has his 200 hit and his 100 hit that swaps, and also a shield. Those are like his best moves. Which means he does kinda, like he plays kind of like a Myth Minotaur. Because Myth Minotaur also counters shields, does a 150 shield, and clears traps as well. And like does a 200 or a 100. So Bounce Croc is strong, but he's not that weird. And most forms do a 200, which is not very unique. So I don't consider him a truly unique form. I don't think he's boring, but he's not like the most weird. He's not weird. He does have a negative aura that is like a trap, but that almost never works. And most people don't have it. Alright, I'm gonna put on the screen some posters of movies that I would put at the top 10 list. Okay. That is special, but it is special, however, Bounce Colossus does have... Well, Bounce Fairy is unique because she can do... She's not good at damage, and she does have a unique way of playing. But Bounce Rat seems more unique because he can both hit, stun, weakness, give pips, and like... I don't know. Bounce Fairy... Like, it's just damage. It's just very high damage. It's not really... It is very high, but it is just damage. It's not anything else. And we already have a Life Cyclops that can heal for and give pips at the same time. In a better way. Has health. So Life Cyclops is technically maybe better than a Bounce Fairy. But for Mayhem, Bounce Fairy is better than a Life Cyclops. Alright, so let's see. Okay. My top 10 movies. Oh. Okay, so this one is probably 2 or 1 for favorite thriller or like scary movie. Like movie that makes you feel adrenaline. I don't know. This is maybe 2 or 1. I don't know. Maybe realistic. I don't know what would be the common theme. Alright, so yeah, Smile 2, I mean, it's very supernatural. And if I were to put supernatural type movies, then I would also put Coraline. So maybe the list could be scary, like just like they don't have to be supernatural or realistic, they can be both. I don't know, how do I make the list have a common theme? What would be the theme of the list? Here is Smile too. Smile too. And another, yeah, because Coraline is the only not live action movie that maybe my like favorite movies of all time. I guess you could do scary movie, yeah, just creepy. I don't know. The Cell is definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. But like the annoying part is maybe people wouldn't search if they are googling. People usually don't search favorite movie of all time or best movie of all time. They usually search a common theme. Like what I do when I search for movies, I'm like best thrillers or best horror movies or best scary movies. I don't search what you think is the best movie. So I gotta say the theme. The theme is probably scary, creepy, realistic feeling, but sometimes they do have some magic. Like Smile and The Cell are kind of magical. The Fall is realistic. So maybe just scary would be the common theme. I think Coraline is my favorite movie of all time. In general, Coraline, I think that's my favorite movie of all time. Coraline is my favorite. But it's the only not live action one. I love cartoons though. I just feel like Coraline feels like a... Thank you, K3, hello, for the wiggle eyebrows. This is for you, K3. Because Coraline is the only not live action, but it feels very live action-y. Even though... Hello, K3. Even though Coraline is not a live action, it gives me the feeling like it's almost as if it's live action. Like, I don't feel a cartoon anime vibe from it. It's like you could imagine real actors playing it, is what I'm saying. Although it's very beautiful, I'm saying that you can imagine real actors. I don't know how would I, it's very immersive, realistic, but also imaginative at the same time. So I wouldn't say it's like an anime or a cartoon or like Courage the Cowardly Dog, which is something else that I love. I love cartoons. Cartoons are one of my favorite things, like in the world. I love cartoons so much. And, but I'm thinking of a movie list because it seems like movies are more common in the world. It's harder to find a good cartoon. It's very rare, and it's easier to find movies. I think people are searching for movies. You know, there's no new cartoons coming out that are really good like the old ones, but there are good movies coming out. So it's more relevant Like, it's more relevant to the topic, to what current people would be searching, you know, because I want the video to be something personal, but I also want it to be something that people would possibly find by themselves, like that people need, that is more relevant, you know. Haven't watched many of them, but I know they are popular. Yeah, I haven't watched most stop motion movies. For me, Coraline is not good because it's a stop motion movie, but because the story and what happens inside it is so amazing. I don't like it. I think it's beautiful and amazing, but I don't think that's the what makes me fall in love with it. Like, just because it's stop motion, I don't like. If it's a boring story, if it's stop motion, I wouldn't care. Okay, so yeah. What other movie? I would say The Ring, but maybe I'm nostalgic. I don't know if I'm nostalgic or if The Ring is really that great. Oh no, our rat is gonna die. Oof. Our rat is gonna die. Oh yeah, we're dead. Okay, that's fine. The Cube, I would say, is one of my... is like... I guess what could be the what combines this? What combines this list? Like, what is the common theme? Maybe, oh yeah, I have an idea. But no. One of the common themes of these movies that I love are the feeling of being trapped somewhere in a strange place. Because in The Cell, a woman gets trapped in... not trapped, but kinda trapped. She goes inside a serial killer's dream, and then she can't get out. She goes inside the serial killer's mind to find where he's hidden his, like, where he's kidnapped someone. But then she gets trapped. Coraline gets trapped in another world. The Cube, they get trapped in a cube. Fall, they get trapped in a tower. And Smile, I guess it's trapped in your own mind. So they all have the theme of somehow being trapped somewhere, but also they're very exciting. That's what I'd say is the common theme of these movies. Like, being trapped and being exciting and weird, like unusual. That's... maybe I like them because I also kind of feel trapped, but... and it's like these movies give me clues to how maybe I could free myself from my troubles, and that's why I like them so much. Because it's like they're teaching me about how to escape something really difficult, which I like. I like seeing how the characters deal with being able to survive and escape a really tough situation that's almost like a nightmare. That's because it's like I need that advice, because I also feel like I'm trapped in something like a nightmare, like, you know, the world we live in, my life. I also think it's creative and exciting. I don't know, would I put the Invisible Man here? Would I put the Invisible Man in my top 10? I mean, it was amazing. It was really good. Like, my grandma liked it a lot. Maybe that could be. She also liked, and my mom. Has anyone here seen The Invisible Man? It was good. Oh, we have so much time. Oh, we actually... why are they hitting the boss? Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm looking at my list. Would I put Pan's Labyrinth here? No, it's too fantasy. I mean, I love it, but it's not super exciting. Also, another thing about these movies is they are all serious. They're not jokes. Like, they aren't comedy. Like, they're all very serious. I like comedy horror, but these aren't comedy horror, you know? That's another theme. Like, they are serious. Suspenseful. What other theme? I'm looking at my list. Because I have a big list of movies. The Craft, The Room, You're Next, Kidnap, Misery, It Follows, Eden Lake, maybe Flight Plan. Oh, Greta. I really like Greta. But it's, I don't know, I really like, Greta was one of my most favorites, I don't know why. Look, this movie. Greta. It's not very popular. Oh, maybe, no, what could be, oh, maybe the theme could be horror movies with female casts. Or female lead actress, because all these movies are with mostly women. Another thing about that is in common, but that isn't what makes them special. Like, I mean, it's definitely, like, it does help the movie, but it's not what I love the most. Like, yeah, I'm talking about movies. Like, the fact that it's all, like, female doesn't mean that is, like, the most important thing about the movie. Because, for example, in The Cube, there are two very important women, but there's also men, so, which are also important. And in The Cell, there are also, like, the serial killer is a man, and she goes inside his mind, and, like, his mind is that of a man and not a woman. So that's also, like, it shouldn't be, it's not, like, exactly female, you know. But yeah, I'm just trying to find, like, what's the connection between these things. We all died. Sadly, we all died in the game. What could, let me see, I'm looking, trying to, oh yeah, I gotta choose a form because I would get punished if I don't choose a form. Companion was good, but not really enough that great to put on the list. The others are TV shows. Maybe the one where people are stuck, or Orphan. I mean, Orphan is really good, but it's very famous. Greta is amazing. Oh, maybe, no, my list, I could do a list of not famous, like, how do you say, unpopular, rare. Maybe I could do a list of rare creepy movies that are good, because, you know, everyone knows Coraline. Hi, Megma, how are you? Greta is a really good movie. It's not, there's no blood or anything disgusting. Like, there is blood, just a little bit of blood, but not like, there's not a ton of gore. It's more of a psychological horror. Very, very well. One of my most favorite ever. It's really, like, It's really something I would want to make if I was making a story or a movie or a game or something. Like the type of vibe. If you want a short like description of what Greta is, Greta is a movie about a girl that finds a lost purse on a train, and she returns it to the woman that it belongs to, and then the woman and the girl become friends, but the woman is not very like, you see, something happens with Greta is the woman with the purse. That's very well done. Hi, Scarlett. Maybe I put The Ring. I mean, The Ring is one of my most favorite movies. Maybe this could be just for my most favorites, like regardless if it's famous or not. We know The Ring is very famous. We know The Ring, like The Ring is a very famous movie, but it's one of my top favorites. So I would definitely put it on a list of the most well-made creepy movies. Well, it's true that all of these movies have a woman as a main character. Maybe that could be something like best creepy movies with woman main character. I don't know how, lead actress. With lead actor. I don't know how do I don't know how do I define these movies? They're my definitely, I feel I really love them. I'm Sarai. Okay. Lights Out. Oh, I think I don't know if I've seen it. Let me see. Lights Out. Oh, I think no, I don't know if I've seen that. I don't know, I don't remember. I started watching Nosferatu yesterday. I'm kind of bored, but I'll have to see it because, you know, I'm a gothic person. I must see Nosferatu because, you know, Nosferatu is very iconic. Yes, The Substance is great. It's great. I wouldn't put it in my like top 10 I most loved movies because it's really disgusting, really disgusting. But it is really interesting and well made. It's definitely one of my favorites. It was an amazing movie. It's just really disgusting too. And I like when things are creepy but also beautiful. Like that they are elegant. But The Substance had so much, like, you know, meat, or how do you say, gore? You know, slime, blood, injection, and all those things. Body horror. I like it. I liked it. I did. I don't. I'm not like. I watched it. I liked it. I just. It's not like I. It's not something that makes my soul like rise up, or makes me really like feel. I don't know. Like I'm high. These movies had a lot of. They had something, which I think is beautiful and scary at the same time, and not really something that disgusting. It did have disgusting, but it had a lot of like, I don't know, mysterious, Yeah, it did have, all of them do have something mysterious. I mean, Foe is not that mysterious, but they do have something mysterious. Wow, substance, well, there is mysterious, like how do they make the substance? But you know, it's kind of obvious that, you know, it's a metaphor for people not wanting to get old, and she wants to be young forever. Like, we know it's not mysterious. I like it though. It is mysterious because you don't know what's gonna happen with her body, so there is a mystery there, like, obviously. And I like that. I like that. Yeah, I've heard about Human Centipede. It sounds really disgusting. I don't know if I wanna watch something disgusting. Saw movies are when I hear Human Centipede, I remember of Saw. Saw has good soundtrack though, which is one reason why I watched it, because of the soundtrack. I would put Silent Hill, but it's more good as a game than a movie. I would put Silent Hill in this list, but it's more of a movie. It's more, I mean, the game is kind of like a movie. Ugh. The game Silent Hill 2, it's more of a movie than a game, I'd say. But it is a game. It's a really good game. But it's, I would put it as a story. I guess maybe this, no. These are for movies. We need to be more specific with the list. Like, don't get too, like, carried away. Movies is a good, like, common theme. Not shows, not games. Okay, I gotta move in the game. Alright. SO franchise is good. Final Destination is good. Okay. I like them. Alright, so... I only need 2 more for this list. Does your kit rely on minions? No. Okay. There's a lot of movies that I have enjoyed a lot, but I wouldn't say they are my most favorites. Like that I like them more than others. Maybe this. Light brown. Look, this one, really enjoyed this one. I really love this movie, Light Plan. That's, I definitely say that's one of my most favorites. It's a thriller about a woman who lost her child on a plane. It was just really, really, really well done. Drop is going to be your top. I wish. Okay, Flight plan was amazing. And I guess maybe the game was good, was very good as well. Let's put one guy on a poster, like we can't ignore the name that much. The game was good, was really good. So how would I classify this list? This assortment of movies, I guess psychological, exciting thrillers about people being trapped in nightmare type situations, maybe. I don't know, how would I classify these movies? Coraline, Smile to the Cell, Fall, Flight Plan, Cube, Invisible Man, Greta, The Ring, The Game. Okay. I'm looking for my music. Alright, so top 10 movie list. I need to arrange it. I haven't really arranged them. Top 10 scary movies, my suggestions. Number 10. Okay, let's start from this is gonna be number 10. Okay, number 10, The Game. Number 9, The Ring. Okay, number 9, The Ring. I'd say Flight Plan. No, Flight Plan would be here. I really love Flight Plan, but it's here. And Greta is here. The Cell is here. The Cell is second. The Cube is third. And the Fall is 4. Smile is 5. The Ring is 7. Then the Greta is 6. Invisible Man is 7. Okay. Like this. Coraline is 1. I think that's how I... Coraline is 1. The Cell is second. Cube is third. Fall is 4. Smile is 5th. Greta is 6th. Invisible Man is 7th. And the Ring is 8th. Flight Plan is 9th. And the Game is 10th. Why do you regret it? It was really good. I don't know if I want to make that video because of blah. He gave you a blade? Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, that's true. Ending explain. The enemy did. I passed by accident. Oh, I don't know actually. Or the enemy stole my blade. I don't know what happened. Alright, so... No, wait. Oh, I don't feel like doing the list. I will do the Beast Moon video. Maybe I'll do the list sometime. Should I? Oh, you didn't like the second? I like the first, but I think the second was much better. In the sense that it was more influential. Not influential, but it impressed me more. Because it had the scary thing seemed much scarier somehow. The hallucinations. Or subtle, like they seemed more like believable. That's just my opinion. Alright, let's say top 10 movies that are creepy and are my favorites, and I recommend them to you, with mostly female lead actresses. 1 second, let me find. Okay. First is The Game. The Game is a movie about a man who has a birthday, and his brother invites him to some kind of experience that rich people have that would change his life. And he decides to try it because he's very bored and rich. And then a lot of strange and unusual things happen, is what I'm gonna say. I don't want to spoil it, but it has a lot of surprises, and it's mysterious. It's very mysterious and well made. Definitely worth watching if you haven't seen it. Okay, that's number 10. Now we go to number 9. 1 second. Number 9, Flight Plan. Flight Plan is about a woman who loses her child on a plane, and she is looking for the child, for her daughter, but she can't find it, and she's panicking. And Jodie Foster, who is the actress, plays this role super well, in my opinion. Like, I think she really put her soul here. It felt so believable, and I worried. I was like, it kept me on edge, and I worried for her. I definitely recommend this. It also has a twist ending, and it has beautiful music as well that I remember very well. I remember the soundtrack Very good soundtrack too. And just it's a beautiful movie as well. It's beautiful, like it's shot in a beautiful way. And it's yeah, it's also very like it's stressful and in a exciting way. Okay, that's the movie. That's a 9. Okay, now 8. Okay, well, wait. Is this 8? Yeah, this is 8. The Ring. The Ring is one of the first horror movies that I've ever seen when I was around 7 or 12. Anyway, it's really, really beautifully shot. That's one thing that I really like about it. It's very iconic. I'm sure many of you have heard of it because it's very famous. Like, there have been so many parodies of The Ring, and we know there's a Japanese, the original is Japanese, Ringu, and if you have not seen this, I highly recommend it because it's just one of the best movies of all time in my opinion. And it's creepy, and the soundtrack is incredible. Like, you will I will always remember the soundtrack of The Ring. And it's also it's just a really special and iconic movie. It's not very high on the list because I think maybe I've seen it so many times that I kind of got bored of it because it's one of my favorites, so I watched it so many times. But I still love it. It's hard to like to put an order, but yeah, it's in this list and it's a great movie. Just because it's 8 doesn't mean it's bad or whatever. Okay, now 7th. 7th. Where is 7? Okay, 7 is The Invisible Man. So, The Invisible Man is a great thriller. I would even say that it's not as good as The Ring, but it is good. Like, it has so much acting. Like, it has a lot of acting. It has a lot of action. It has a lot of action, and it's very, 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 very exciting and scary. It's about a woman who I didn't explain The Ring because it's famous, but anyway, The Invisible Man is about a woman who separates from her like boyfriend, and she starts to get stalked. She feels as if someone is always watching her, and her life slowly starts to fall apart. And it has a lot of clever moments. It's done in a very clever and beautiful way. Okay, and now the 5th place, Greta. Or maybe 6th. Yeah. Anyway, 6th place. 6th place is Greta. Greta is about a girl who finds a lost purse on a train, and she wants to return it to the owner, who is a woman called Greta, and it turns out that maybe this woman isn't very normal. It's realistic, and it's very, like, it's not gore, it's just creepy in a way where they don't use a lot of violence, yet at the same time it makes you feel worried and excited because it has like a hidden danger. I'm gonna die in the game. Yeah, it's very good, and it's definitely a movie that will keep you on your toes. The annoying part, I guess, I showed it to one of my best friends once, and he said it was too creepy and very disgusting, but like in a psychological way. But I don't think it's really that disgusting. It's just a creepy, cool movie. Very, very good. Okay, now fourth place. Smile. Smile is one of the best movies that I ever saw last year. It's actually the best. It's the best new movie that I saw last year. And it's really well done. It's really good at it's really good to good jump scares. Like most movies don't do jump scares very well, but this movie does them really well. And that's amazing because, you know, jump scares, tasteful ones, are not easy to do. Some people may get very scared and shocked or have nightmares from this movie because it does have a lot of disgusting or scary scenes. However, that doesn't mean that it's a bad movie. It's just very intensely creepy and very memorable. Very memorable. When you watch it, one of the things that I liked about it is that it's as if when you watch it, you feel as if you are the main character. It's like you're playing a game. It's like you are playing as the main character and you are worried about her and you really want her to survive and get out. Cause you said what? Cause you said wipe. I heard wipe. You said it's wipe. So when I hear wipe, I'm like, you all died. Did the elf die? I mean this fight. No one said to stand on boss. I would have stood on the boss if I could come but I didn't know. What is this dot? I just thought that you all died and you needed the blades for the next fight. I know what standing on boss is. Okay. Can someone kill the ice? Can someone kill ice? Okay. Sarai, you might lose your blade if you die, but that's okay. No problem. William also got angry. Okay. Let's concentrate on the game. Let's see if we can win. Don't use dots. He removes them. Why are you giving us shields? Hush, child. We don't really need shields. Shields don't help us. Blades are on the other side. The shields don't help right now. He really does that animation just for 25 damage. And that person, oh, look at him using another dot. Dots. The shields didn't help. And the dot also doesn't help. I could literally kill now if you don't use your dot. You literally wasted time. You literally wasted time. We lost because of your dots. Me, not like the Minotaur thinks I'm talking to him. Does he know what a dot is? Not you, the one that did the dots. Dots means damage over time. They were unnecessary when we have no time. Like, I like using dots, but in this situation, when you don't have time, you don't use dots. You know, there's a time and a place for dots, but not now. You could have just passed so we can move on. Also, he got it. Yeah. They're like, we got wiped. And then, why didn't you stand on the boss? Like, usually, if I'm on, oh, hi. Usually, let me tell you something. If I'm on the spiral fight and I see that it's possible that we might all die and we might need someone to stand on the boss, I'd either say it early, or if I know that the other person won't come because of some reason, I would flee beforehand and stand. Like when I'm predicting that is gonna happen, I would flee like the fight because I'm in Spiral. I see that they're all gonna die, and I know that, and I'm the one that's gonna be the fastest because I know it. Like I'm the one there, I see it. So I will flee and go there. I won't depend on someone else going because you can't really depend on others, especially when you don't make yourself clear. And also then he used, like, they went to the wrong fight and they used damage over times, which were completely, and I mean completely useless, and wasted our time by many seconds. Do you want to join? Oh. Okay, let me finish my list. I'm gonna play maybe off stream. Let me just finish my list. Um... Alright, Dustin, okay. Okay, I was at Greta, I think. No, Smile. I said Smile, okay. Then after Smile was what? I forgot what place. Coraline is first. This is second. Oh, The Fall is third. Oops. I'm trying to... Okay, this is The Fall. Okay, fourth place... No, this is third place. I don't remember. Third place, Fall. This is a movie about two girls who get stuck on a very, very high place and they try to get down, and it's very interesting. They filmed it in a very, very beautiful and realistic way, and very exciting. I highly recommend it to people who want to get to see something exciting and see how people would survive in that situation. And it's not ugly, like there's no gore or stuff, like disgusting stuff. There's not too much, like there is a little gore, but that's not the focus of the movie. It also has very good soundtrack as well. And then The Cell, second place. This is the movie about a woman who goes inside the mind of a serial killer to try to find where he has hidden his next victim, who he has kidnapped. And it's very fantasy. It's but it's also horror. It's creepy. It's exciting. There's a very surreal things, and if you like Silent Hill or mysterious and creepy things, you would like this. It's sci-fi, thriller, mystery, and one of the best movies in my opinion. Very underrated. And my top favorite scary or creepy movie is Coraline. I know it's the only one that's not live action, but this is just the best movie in my opinion, for my taste and for yours maybe as well. It's very like Alice in Wonderland, but also horror. It has a very special idea that I really enjoy. A girl finds a door in her new home, and she finds a place that's just better than her own life, but it turns out that maybe it's not as good as it seems. Is what In short, it's very beautiful, like everything about it is good, in my opinion. Like the story, the way it looks, the soundtrack, it's just a 10 out of 10 for me, and I've I just think it's the best movie in the world. That's just my opinion though, and I'd love to hear your opinions as well. What kind of recommendations for movies do you have for me? You could write it in the comments or send me a message, and I would love to always hear your thoughts on the movies, on like any suggestions or what you think about these movies. All right. I would have to edit this a lot if I'm gonna make it into a real video, but we'll see, maybe I won't. Okay. Thank you everyone. We're gonna let's ungroup. Thank you everyone who was here on the stream. I'm gonna have to take a break now. I don't know who to raid. Okay, let's raid this person. Thank you, Meg Magia, Super Gamer, K3 Hello, Strawberry Jam, and Ira for chatting today. We're raiding someone. Okay. All right. Yes, that was annoying that they got so angry. I wish they didn't. Oh. I wish the people didn't get so angry. I mean, like, just, I was distracted, but, like, people could flee preemptively and stand on the boss as well. Like, that's what I do when I don't want to depend on others. Like, I'm not gonna blame someone for that, but I would blame them for using dots when I told them not to use them, and that means like they're purposely doing something that made us not go to the next wave. So yeah, I hate that they accuse me while simultaneously, like, not we could have won the entire game, I'm sure, but they were too angry to let it happen. They were too angry to let it happen.